just make a conversation. Hello there, welcome to Sightless Gamer Hag. My name's Rachel, you alright? It's Murder Mystery Monday once again, and this is a series where we play murder mystery games or mystery thriller games, things of that, you know the drill, what type of games those are, because I'm old and I like to keep my brain moving by doing these things. And also I am a huge fan of a good, gentle murder or a mystery thriller. You know what I mean? So we are here today playing Hercule Poirot's The First Cases, which is based on his time before he became a private detective, when he was still a policeman based out in Belgium. So I have no idea what these cases are and how this game is going to go. We're just diving in and we're going to do our best. Shootout in city shows police blunder and cost valuable lives. Oh, I need my magnifier on. Oh, if you haven't been here before as well, welcome. I'm partially sighted. I can't see very well, so we're also testing these games for accessibility. I have a magnifier on my computer that I put over my OBS so that I can zoom in on things and see them a little bit better. And I had forgotten to put it on because I was watching the prologue. And I was like, oh no, I can't read that thing, so let's do that. There's our young Hercule. That was a very long intro. Right, I've got my coffee. I have a croissant. I'm feeling very European. What do they call? I'm pretty sure they call policemen in Belgium just police officers. I think they have like a combined police force or something. I remember reading something about it. I know the French are gendarmerie. Gendarmerie? Gendarme? Hello.
Oh, thank goodness. Officer, please, come quickly.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. How can I...
It has become a madhouse. Madame has been shouting and cursing all morning. I've never seen her so angry. But what great luck to happen upon you.
Please, try to remain calm. First, may I ask your name?
We don't have time for that. Please, hurry.
He's like, I've tried to follow protocol. He's like, no! I have an emergency. That is a very pretty house. Ah, the bracelet. Prologue, the bracelet. Okay.
Mademoiselle, now we are here, I must insist on your name before I can continue any further. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
I am Elizabeth, but it is the maidservant that we must consider. Forgive me, officer, but are you new to the area?
I stand out so obviously.
I mean no offense, only I have not seen you before. This is a small town, and you learn everyone's faces very quickly.
Very observant of you, mademoiselle. I was recently posted here from the city, and a good thing I'm here now.
Oh, was he
Let
part of
us
the
get to the
shootout
bottom
that
of
got
this
messed up?
madness you speak of.
Okay, talking to characters is essential while gathering evidence. Basic questions are flagged with a question mark icon. Press A to pose this question to Elizabeth. I don't know if it's going to read it out, so I'm going to read it out and then we'll see. Tell me, what has caused you to become so agitated?
There has been a theft at the house.
Ah, right, okay.
Then I am exactly where I should be, n'est-ce pas?
You can ask questions in any order. Use the L to choose your desired topic. Try asking Elizabeth more until you have all that you need. Does the house have any suspicions as to whom is responsible? Do you have a list of all the items that have been taken? Let's do the items.
It is only one of Mademoiselle Angeline's most valuable bracelets, taken from her room.
Okay.
Its safe return is of the utmost importance.
Does the house have any suspicions as to whom is responsible?
Madame Van den Bosch, the lady of the house, believes Fleurette is behind it.
You doubt Madame's theory. You have an alternative suspect. Let's go with you have an alternative suspect.
Mademoiselle Angeline thinks that someone has broken in and taken it. This seems more plausible to me.
Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Right. New mind map unlocked. We're familiar with mind maps from previous games. This one seems a little bit different. So Mademoiselle Elizabeth believes the burglary is behind the bracelet's disappearance. If that is the case, there will no doubt be a sign of intrusion on the grounds. Okay, whenever Poirot uncovers an interesting area of investigation, an objective is launched. Here you can see all the evidence relating to your first objective. Use the L trigger to move your cursor. Try highlighting each piece of evidence to see Poirot's interpretation of them. So we have Elizabeth. Elizabeth reported the theft. It is not often you see such crimes committed here. This could be my chance to solve a real case. The stolen bracelet. If it is such a beloved piece, it must be worth a great deal. Unknown culprit. There seems to be conflicting ideas of who is behind the missing bracelet. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. Oh dear. It's important to pay attention to all the information given for each piece of evidence. This will become more vital as you start making deductions. For now, press the B button to return to the scene. To lean forward to see that then. It's time to find some more evidence. Elizabeth mentioned an intruder, so let's start with the gravel path. Using L to explore to try and find clues that they may have left on the path. You can use L, left trigger and right trigger to zoom the camera in and out as you explore. So let's go and have a little look. Nothing much here. No, okay. Just having a little look to see if there was an intruder. Could somebody have stood on the bench, maybe? Oh, there is a ladder. It's not not really. So there's a ladder. Not really seeing anything that could potentially. I mean, there's a ladder going up onto the balcony. But it's not kicking anything off. Okay. Let's go and speak to Madame again. Oh, so I should be able to. Oh, there we go. Muddy footprints.
Oh.
While two sets lead away from the house, only one muddy set returns, rather hastily it seems. Every inspection you make adds evidence to the appropriate place. Okay, so do I need to find them in order then? Press X to view your active objectives. You can do this at any time to explore each scene. Okay, so let's press X. Investigate the grounds. Okay. Notice that you have some new evidence on your mind map. Roll over the muddy footprints to see Poirot's interpretation. Well, two sets. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. We're building evidence. That's fine. Let's go, but find some more evidence. Do these things count as evidence? No? Okay. Try searching the garden lawn. Waterlogged path. This morning's shower must have been heavier than I thought. An intruder stepping here would surely leave evidence elsewhere. You now have enough evidence to make your first deduction, access your objective. Okay, so you have to find them in order then. That's fine. So we have the garden lawn. And then that. So we need to highlight that and then draw. There we go.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
New conversation unlocked. It seems the muddy footprints are the result of earlier rain. Well done. You've just made the first deduction. Linking evidence gives you new evidence to use in your investigation. In this case, you've also unlocked a new action as represented by the... I can't see what that icon is. Oh, speech bubble icon. Press B to return to the objective scene. Okay, so we have to talk to Elizabeth. Right, let's go talk to Elizabeth. Okay, so we're building a big old web. That's fine. Will I remember to use this function? Probably not. We shall see. Hello, Elizabeth.
Officer, how can I help?
The footprints on the path are fresh today. Do you know who they belong to?
One set must be mine, leaving to find you. The other set must be Florette's. She was caught in the rain this morning.
Okay. That explains the hurried, scuffled nature of the prints. Because she was running.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Right. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover. Try exploring the rest of the garden, collecting evidence and making deductions until you're able to solve your first objective. Remember, you can use X to view your objectives and related actions at any time. Okay, let's go and have an explore and see. We have a waterlogged patch. This is a very overgrown grass. There are no signs of trampling, but it is a shame to see a lawn so unkempt. I'm a big fan of unkempt lawns. I'm just a fan of like slightly untidy gardens. I think untidy gardens have more space for nature. I'm not a huge fan of lawns. Not gonna lie. Oh, side door.
Aha.
It appears to be rusted shut, and if these cobwebs are anything to go by, it hasn't been unlocked in some time. Perhaps they entered another way. Oh, there we go. Now we can see the ladder. Judging by the condition of this ladder, I wouldn't trust it with my weight. Perhaps a braver man than I perched this elsewhere against the roof. Potentially. So we have a ladder. We have the door. Let's go and see if we can see a bench. A declaration of love has been carved into the bench. L loves E. Wow. Okay, let's see if we can thingy anything else. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm a big fan of insects, like bugs and things, and like you need long grass and untidy places for insects to flourish. Oh, open window. Where's that? It is an impossible climb to reach it unassisted. The ledge beneath it appears rather precarious. It's possible that somebody could have used the ladder who was lighter. Maybe. Right, let's have a look at our exit X bracelet. So we have overgrown grass. Talk to Elizabeth about the grass. What do we have here? We have an open window, bench carving, side door. I wonder if we could link that to the ladder maybe.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Okay. I found no practical or logical way for someone to have reached the window. Perhaps another means of entry was attempted. Okay. No scaled access. Okay. Right. Let's go speak to Elizabeth, see if she can give us any... Hello.
How can I help?
I could not help noticing the unkempt lawn. Is there not an employed gardener?
There is, sir. Luke. But he was called away from the house
Does-
on a personal matter.
Does Luke love Elizabeth? With no gardener present, there was no one tending to the lawn this morning, but still no sign of anyone stepping across it. I see there is a little romance in this house.
Excuse me, officer?
The carving on the bench. Forgive me, I was not suggesting anything untoward.
L loves E.
Oh, of course not. Yes. I suppose there must be.
Would you know the identity of the mysterious L and E?
Poirot, you're a detective.
I'm afraid not. Perhaps they were old residents.
Luke and
A pair of star-crossed lovers,
Elizabeth.
perhaps. Madame does not allow distracting staff relationships.
Love is not something that can be harnessed so easily.
Oh, Poirot, the old romantic.
That is Madame's rule. And I wouldn't want to be the one that challenges her on it.
Well, okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Let's have a little look at our mind map. Right, so I think we have... Where is it? Hang on, I'm just going to lean forward a little bit. So I've advanced that. Unknown culprit, open door, bench carving. I think that's Elizabeth. Okay, no. Right, so... I don't know how to advance this, really. The only way, really, they could have gone... Let's inspect the garden a bit more. Okay, we've already looked at that. We're looking here. Oh, what's this?
Huh.
A touching extract taken from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, expertly carved on a plaque. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now, forswear it, sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. Oh, that is the excerpt where Romeo sees Juliet on the balcony. It's very sweet. Quoting a plaque. If I remember right, it's been a very long time since I did Shakespeare. Although I did very recently rewatch the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet, which I highly recommend. Oh, yeah, we already did that one. It's very fun. Especially if you're currently studying Shakespeare and you're having a hard time with the text. It uses the original Shakespearean text in the dialogue, and it kind of brings it to life. Because we watched it when I did Romeo and Juliet. Well, years after. And it helps to see the words. Oh, flower bed.
Ah.
Such beautiful flowers. I'm glad to see no one has carelessly damaged them. Oh, overgrown trellis. This trellis has been left untouched for quite some time. Okay. There's no signs of tampering or forced entry. Clues and evidence are beginning to gather. It will be best that I approach them logically. Okay. Well, what I'm trying to do is get enough clues until we overflow and we get some answers. Let's have a look. Intruder didn't use the path. Where is the trellis? Overgrown trellis.
This will not get me any closer to
For
my goal.
fuck's sake. Let me have a think about this. Let me use my very old grey cells. Right. Let's have a good look at this. What does that... Oh, I need to make two... Oh, for flip's sake. There's a little logo up on the left-hand corner, which probably everybody else has been able to see, but I did not see. That means that I need to make two connections. So, I need to make a connection between... Oh, yeah, they're highlighted. Intruder didn't use the lawn. So... That is... How do we know that? The waterlog From the print, muddy footprints means that the intruder didn't use the lawn. So side door and front door. There was no forced entry. There we go.
Some would say a
There
lucky
you
guess.
go.
I would say a moment of genius.
Flip. Okay. Neither of the external doors have been damaged or show any signs of unwanted visitor. So it's somebody who had access to the house. Right. So if we link those two together. There we go.
What a revelation.
The intruder didn't use the path. I could not find signs of unwanted visitor in the garden. Did someone cover their tracks? Okay. I can strike the path off my list of potential access points. There must be signs of intruder elsewhere in the grounds. So there's one other link to make. Let's take that off there. So... okay. To activate that, so that's all done. Right, one other link to make. So there was no scaled access, there was no forced entry, somebody didn't go across the garden. Can we link these two maybe?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
I could not find any sign of unlawful entry into the house. Will I find signs of an intrusion elsewhere in the grounds? Okay, and then there's one other link to be found. So, oh well, we already have that. So we've got no unlawful entry into the house and no unlawful entry through the garden. So if we link those two together, maybe?
Magnifique.
There we go. It wasn't a burglary. With no obvious signs of a burglar, perhaps I should be looking at those inside for answers. Maybe it was Luke. This is not the start I was expecting. There are no signs of an intruder at all. There is something amiss. I must remain vigilant and keep my wits about me. Okay. Let's talk to Elizabeth. I have a feeling... Congratulations, you completed your first objective and earned a collectible accessible from the main menu. From now, continue investigation by asking Elizabeth for permission to enter the house. Okay.
I have conducted my initial inspection of the house.
I have a feeling I know who
It
it
is now
is.
necessary for me to speak with those in the house.
Of course. Thank you, officer. I'm sure Madame Van den Bosch will be happy to hear the police are investigating.
I suspect there will be someone inside who will not be as pleased to hear it. Let's go in. Bonjour. Okay, I think I've got the gist of the mind map now. I presume this is the lady of the house. She holds quite a presence, and from what Mademoiselle Elizabeth has said, she's not one to be on the wrong side of. I must talk with her before beginning my search. Bonjour, madame. Oh, I have to get really close up.
Who are you? You are not the commanding officer I requested.
No, dear madame, I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
You just found me on the street.
This will simply not do. I sent Elizabeth to bring me a competent lawman.
Oh,
And that is what she has brought, madame. Now, I would like to continue my investigation.
although my first bit was a bit ropey. I understand the bracelet has gone missing. I've been informed that you believe you have caught the culprit. You do not believe there was an intruder in the house. I understand the bracelet has gone missing.
You understand correctly. It is my daughter's bracelet. It is a rather expensive piece.
Okay.
And valuable to your daughter, no doubt. It was a gift.
Okay.
Yes, it was from her late father, my husband, the Viscount, and it has not gone missing. It was stolen.
Okay. I've been informed that you believe you have caught the culprit. You do not believe there was an intruder. Okay.
I do not believe so. I know so.
And she confessed.
The maidservant. I knew I could not trust
Oh,
her.
poor Fleurette.
And why is that?
Because I don't. I do not need to explain myself any further. especially to a measly officer.
Okay, well, go fuck yourself then. I'm not going to help you. Poirot's face. You do not believe there was an intruder in the house.
I have told you who is guilty. If there had been a break-in, surely it would be your job to stop them.
Wow.
If it was the case, of course, madame. Although I cannot predict a burglar's movement.
Perhaps then you have proved me right, and you aren't the competent officer I require.
How dare you? Never have I met someone so adamant that they don't require help from the police. Her accusation against the maid is rather questionable. There must be more to the story. It is my duty to uncover it.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
It's not helpful at all, you beach. New mind map unlocked. Madame van der Bosch was so quick to the accused maidservant Florette. I wonder if this was a hasty accusation hides behind a deeper reason. Potentially. The main hall. Okay. Let us have a little look. Each time you unlock a character. Okay. I don't want to have a look at the character profile. Does it want me to look at the character profile? Cassandra van der Bosch, Madame van der Bosch, the lady of the house, abrupt and snobbish. She is hesitant to help me in my investigation, already placing the blame on the young maidservant, Florette. I can see a challenge persuading her of anything other than what she already believes. Okay, and then we had Elizabeth. Mademoiselle Elizabeth is a young, well-mannered girl that obviously cares a great deal about her friend and fellow member of staff, Florette. She is happy and optimistic and I believe may be of great help in my investigation. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. There we go. It's a class thing. She's classist. Well, it is. What's this? That's the exit. Let's have a look at the main hall. What is this up here? Collection of books. Some of the greatest authors of novels throughout history. It's fine. What do we have here? There's nothing in particular about this coat, but what is this in the pocket? Hidden inside the coat pocket, although fairly plain, is still an attractive item of jewellery. I wonder if it holds a special significance. This is a ring. Okay. Right, we have a thing with a small ring in. Let's look at some more evidence.
Ah.
A rather impressive portrait, I must say. I'm assuming that's Mr. van der Bosch. Telephone. It does not seem to be working. Why would a house of this size be without a working telephone? Maybe they are broke. Eh? Various art pieces have been packed and addressed to the auction house. I assume Madame did this. Madam, you are broke. Okay, let's talk to Madame.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine.
Shut up and answer my questions. I couldn't help but admire the handsome monsieur in the portrait on the wall.
What is your point?
Just making conversation.
May I ask of the subject?
You may not. Honestly, your prying is getting on my last nerve.
Literally walked into the house 5 minutes
Merci,
ago.
madame. You have been most
Flipping heck. Wow. Right. I'm gonna let's go and have another look around. What is this? What's this? What can we look at this? What am I looking at? It's locked and sobbing can be heard inside. I assume Madame has taken the law into her own hands. A rose and crossed arrow symbol adorns the door, perhaps a signal of forbidden love. Come, my little grey cells, let us solve this mystery. I imagine that it's something to do with... Oh, let's look at this as well. Searching the kitchen is not essential to my current investigation. It just came up, so we're going to have a look. So let's have a look at our mind map. That's not what I want to look at. I want to look at the mind map. The bracelet. Right. So, Cassandra confirms Seth, accused Florette. Let's have a little look. So, we have a quote on a plaque. Strange symbol. Maybe, how many is that? We just need to make one. Let's link that to the quote on the plaque. Because I
success.
think that's
I
a
never doubted myself.
a Shakespearean thing. It seems someone in the house has a keen interest in the works of William Shakespeare. Okay. Right, if someone's seen it in the house. Right. Then, there's no more links to be made here. I think I need to speak to Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth will maybe give me some information. What's this? What was that then? Something was flashing. I don't know what it was. Let's go and speak to Elizabeth. Hello.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling less distressed now. I can assure you I shall find the guilty party and the bracelet.
Thank you, officer. Yes. All I want is for Florette to be heard.
Bien sûr. Rest assured she will get the fair trial she deserves. I wonder if you could help me with some questions regarding the house.
Of course. Whatever I can do to help.
There is sobbing coming from behind the locked lounge door.
When I left, Madame was with Florette in there. Surely she would not have locked her in. It must have been an accident.
Madame van den Bosch should not be deciding her fate. Would you grant me access to speak with her?
Okay.
I would, sir, but I don't have the key. There is a spare somewhere, though. Oh, how awful, the thought of her locked in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to where I may find it?
I'm sorry. Madame does not trust the staff with such knowledge, even me. Although I did overhear her once say it was hidden somewhere, close to her heart.
Maybe in one of the books. I am filled with sorry for the young girl trapped in the lounge, but I must admit I've missed the thrill of solving a good puzzle. Perhaps the countryside is not as tedious as it seems on the surface. All the best crimes happen in the countryside.
Your assistance has been invaluable.
There's always crimes in the countryside. A lot of, you know, high passions, not much else to do. Right. Let's have another look. There's something I missed here. Out my way. Thank you very much. Portrait of a gentleman. Telephone. Maybe I need to further the conversation. Hello.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine.
Shut up. Would you permit me to enter the lounge?
Only if you are prepared to take Florette away.
It is an offense to incarcerate someone without suitable proof of misdeeds. I must question Mademoiselle Florette to gather her version of events.
If you will not do your duty and lock her up, then I must. She shall remain.
I've literally just got
the
here.
key holder until she is led from the room in handcuffs.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
Okay, let's mind map this. Let's see if there's anything we could do here. Right, so Cassandra holds that there is a spare key. I wonder if it is in.
Is there something I am not seeing?
Ah, that was just me taking a wild guess. Cassandra confirms theft. Quote on plaque. Oh, hang on. Interest in Shakespeare. Confirm there was a spare key. Okay. Do I need to... A key is discreet enough to hide almost anywhere inside a book. So I am on the right path. I just have to do the mind map. Okay. Let's go... See if Elizabeth will tell us. Maybe.
Certainly, officer.
The house contains a great deal of literature. Are you all keen readers?
Madame is the one with the refined taste. Angeline and I are much more partial to a simple love story.
Aren't we all? Romeo and Juliet, the most famous of love stories.
I do enjoy it so. The passion, the romance. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Madame has a copy upstairs in the main hall.
Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. See if there's anything else I can look at. So we did the auction crate. Telephone is cut off. I think they have some problems with money. I think there's some money issues going on here. Oh, there's a missing painting. There has obviously been something previously hanging in this position. Was it stolen, I wonder? I don't think it was. One of the greatest love stories ever written. I'm glad to see Shakespeare's words are being enjoyed. And here is the key! Hooray! Okay, can't get through there. Let's have another look around here. No? No? It's just a platform into nowhere. Can we go in this one? A room? What room are we in? This must be the scene of the crime. I was expecting to find clues. Not who I must assume is the daughter. I can only hope she has not tampered with the scene. Okay, let's go speak to the daughter. Bonjour.
What do you think you're doing in here? Who let you in?
Mademoiselle Angeline, I presume. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
An officer of the law? But what are you doing here? Don't you need to be chasing down the burglar?
Your bracelet has gone missing. It is only correct. I speak with all members of the house and investigate the scene of the crime.
Ah, if we must.
Merci. I will attempt to take up as little of your time as possible.
Okay. Why don't you begin by telling me about what has happened? The bracelet in question, it must have been oh my goodness. It must have been of particular value to justify such a daring burglary. I'm trying to understand how someone could have entered and exited your room unnoticed. Let's start with
Some
that.
rat stole my bracelet this morning. Even though it's clear someone has broken in, Maman refused to listen and blamed Florette.
So she does not blame
You
Florette.
sound very convinced it was taken by someone from outside of the house.
My window was open when I returned. How else can you explain that?
Okay, bracelet in question?
It is of great value. Money was no object to father.
It was a gift from your father. I can only assume it holds great value to you also.
Of course it does. What a silly thing to say. It's a good thing Maman had it insured with the others.
Oh, insured, you say?
It must have been while I was down at breakfast with Elizabeth. She was with me all morning.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth was with you until you discovered the bracelet was missing?
She was. She woke me up later than usual. I washed and dressed, and we went down to the lounge for breakfast.
Okay.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Could this be an insurance thing? New mind map unlocked. This is where the bracelet in question was last seen. I must investigate the crime scene thoroughly, leaving no stone unturned. Okay. Let's have a look. What's this? Broken glass?
Oh.
Rather irresponsible and dangerous to leave it here in the state, whether one is in a rush or not. Look out the window.
Huh.
Frame is noticeably cracked. Furthermore, the internal latch shows it's been opened from the inside, and rather forcefully, I must add. So either somebody went out through the window. Something has obviously resided here for some time and only moved recently. A photograph of a gentleman. The gentleman is the same as the one from the hallway. Judging by the cracked glass, it must have been recently dropped. That's a father, I would assume. What is this?
Huh.
It has been left out, oddly not replaced in its stand. The ending has a hook spike. What further use could it have? Pry open a window. Pry open a window. The jewellery box.
Aha.
This must be where the piece in question has disappeared from. So many beautiful pieces remain. Is it an insurance job? This must keep the room rather snug on a cold evening. Potentially this could be an inside cleaning rag. It's covered in black powder. It would not be much of an assumption to think this has come from dealing with the fireplace. I believe I have found everything here that can help uncover the truth. Perhaps I must consider what exactly these clues mean. I would think... Okay. The valuables are insured. Main hall, lounge door, garden. Where is the crime scene? Where is the crime scene? Okay, so I'm going to link the missing painting to the auction crate.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
Madame is selling a great deal of her collection. Perhaps there's more to this than just redecorating. Okay. There we go. Investigate the crime scene. Crime scene. So, the cleaning rag and the abandoned poker.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem.
Okay, that's not right. What have we got here? Okay, let's talk to Elizabeth again. Angeline again, sorry.
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
I think there's more to this. Besides the bracelet, have you noticed anything else missing?
Is one bracelet not enough?
Please, mademoiselle, I only ask that you are sure it is my duty to return your bracelet. I trust you keep track of your jewellery, especially those of value to you.
I have checked everywhere. You can ask Elizabeth if you don't believe me. It is only my bracelet that is missing.
As I have stated, it is my duty to speak with every member of the house, and I would not want to have discovered a further missing piece later.
Okay.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Right, what do we have here? We have fallen soot in the fireplace. Oh, okay, so I think this links to the broken glass, because I think that
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
somebody either knocked... It seems a photograph fell on the floor and Angeline replaced it. Okay. The jewelry box is open. Open window. Talk to... There's another link here that we need to think about. So maybe... What have we got up here? So I think somebody used the poker to open the window.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
It was forced open, and looking at the poker, I cannot see a delicate way it could have been done. Who would do such a thing and why? I think this is a setup. I have a feeling this is a setup. Originally I thought it might be Luke.
The further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
Can I assume the photograph was cracked by
How
accident?
should I know? I returned to the room and father was face down on the floor. It must have been the burglar.
So it is your father that is the subject.
Isn't he handsome? I remember watching him sit for it. He kept looking across and smiling at me. The artist was getting awfully angry at him.
If you'll entertain my curiosity, would you tell me about your father?
Maman never wants to talk about him. She says it's too hard, but she acts more like she doesn't even care he's gone.
Ooh.
I'm sure that is not the case. It must have been very hard for her, for you both.
I miss him every day. He always
I
knew
think the
how
mother
to
dropped
put
the
a smile
bracelet.
on my face.
To sell it.
I remember how much fun we would have, all three of us. In the summer, Father and I would play hide and seek while Maman read. She always helped me though whenever it was his turn to hide. I would stand in the gazebo, cover my eyes and count, and when I turned, he was nowhere to be seen. Maman would lower her book and flash a look towards his hiding spot. After I found him, he clapped and cheered as though I had won a gold medal.
I think Maman did not like
When I
her
was
Pierre.
hiding, it didn't matter where I was.
Papa.
He could never find me. I always thought I was an expert hider, but when I think back now, I know he was letting me win. He always said my smile was prize enough for him. He always knew just what to say.
I am sure he would want you to be smiling today, even under such circumstances.
I think the father has left them in some financial difficulties. My mom is unhappy. Having heard a story, I can begin to see why he's so missed. It is a tragedy, the loss of a loving father and husband.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything else in here we need to see. Cleaning rag. No, we've seen everything. Okay, let's have a little look here at our mind map. Angeline's father. Okay. Let's go. So we have a key, we have some missing things. Let's go downstairs. Portrait of a gentleman. She does not want to speak to us. Let's go into the room.
Finally, it is unlocked.
What exactly do you think you are doing?
Oh, a policeman, I found a key.
If I am to serve justice, I must be able to reach and talk with young Florette.
The girl is guilty and shall pay the price for her crime. I shall see to that. If you wish to listen to her feeble attempts to explain herself, so be it.
I hope I don't find out that you're trying to frame this poor girl
Everyone deserves to tell their side of the
for
story,
the
whether
insurance.
a feeble account or not.
Madame. I would be very annoyed. At last I am able to speak with the accused and hear her version of events. I still have a number of questions. Perhaps she may hold the answers. Let's have a look if there's anything like... Bonjour. Okay, we need to speak to her. Hello. Hello.
Mademoiselle Florette, I presume.
Please, officer. I did nothing wrong. You can't take me away.
Okay.
Please relax, my dear. If you have done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But it is my duty to investigate all avenues. Ah bon?
Relax. So you don't think I took the bracelet?
I think this is an insurance job.
As of this moment, I cannot say. But answering my questions honestly will certainly help your case either way.
You are the accused. Why don't you begin by giving me your account of this morning? Either that or it's been arranged to get rid of the bracelet so the mother doesn't sell it.
I didn't even know it was missing till I got accused of taking it. Madame was so angry. She wouldn't listen to me.
There must be some reasoning behind her accusation.
How could I have taken it? I've been in town most of the morning. I was even late coming back. Then I was preparing breakfast.
Sorry, my phone rang then, so I will read Florette's. Rihanna the cook is away, so I had to fetch breakfast for the house and prepare it all myself. How does she expect me to do that all on my own?
From what I understand of Madame van den Bosch, she would not have been best pleased you returned late for breakfast.
Not best pleased? I thought she was going to batter me to death with a baguette. I hid in the kitchen and then tried to stay out of sight in the lounge until breakfast was over. Didn't want to put my head near her jaws while she was still hungry.
Perhaps a brave move under the circumstances. And you did not go upstairs at all.
Madame was singeing a hole in the back of my apron with her glare. I daren't have moved. I was too scared to blink the wrong way. Never mind stamping upstairs.
In this morning's rain, I assume you would have hurried your duties.
I must just be slow, monsieur. My mother always said I moved like the snail. Maybe I was just happy to be out of the house.
I struggle to believe you would risk catching a cold in such conditions for a little fresh air. Perhaps you're overcome by the volume of tasks at hand. Let's go with the first
now
one.
I am being accused of avoiding my duties? Mais enfin!
I see.
Okay.
I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Damn it. New mind map unlocked. Now I finally met young Florette, I should work to ascertain her innocence or guilt. Florette has been crying. Florette got breakfast, Florette was dawdling. She claims innocence. Okay, so there's no... Okay. Let's have a little look around. Letter. Do not always agree with the telephone companies and their charges, but ignoring the bills will not make them disappear. Dear Madame, despite our best efforts to contact you regarding your account, we have not received any response from the previous correspondence. With that in mind, you are being served a formal notice of 30 days from today to make a full payment on the outstanding balance, or we will be forced to revoke your service. If you would like to discuss the matter or have any further questions, please contact us immediately. Regards, Mr. Beaumont, the Bell Telephone Company. Oh, they are in some financial difficulties. I think I could spend my morning in front of Mr. Albert's boulangerie taking in the smell. Wet parcel. A wrapped parcel completely soaked through. I hope it has not ruined the contents. Let's have a look. Poker stand. A poker stand without a fire poker is rather useless in my opinion. Where could it be? It's upstairs. A stray fire poker shouldn't be too hard to find. Come, my little grey cells, let us get to the bottom of this mystery. Well, we know where the poker is. It is upstairs. Let's gather some more. Personalised handkerchief. The initials EP suggest Elizabeth's. A nasty black soot smudge is apparent. Why would such a delicate item be used on a stubborn stain? Oh, I'm forming a bit of a picture here. A slip for collecting a garment from Gouzons & Co. Tailors in town. Dated today. Customer E. Paget. Please bring this receipt with you when you come to collect your garments. Requested alterations of 1 mended sleeve, torn shoulder, 1 replaced button, middle breast, 1 inline tear, right breast pocket. Will be completed by the end of the day Monday. Available for collection Tuesday. Gouzons & Co. Tailor and alteration specialist. Wine bottle. I wonder who the wine connoisseur of the house is. A vintage like this would fetch quite a price. Okay. To receive such a note of devotion and love must be a delight. Signed from Luke. To whomever is his love, I wonder. My love, it is an obligation that has taken me away from you, but it is my heart that will keep us together. My aunt is in much better health. Rest and some company has done her wonders. I hope to return to you and my duties at the house in a matter of days. Until then, keep well and know that you are always in my thoughts, now and forever, Luke. Oh, okay. Let us have a look at our map. The bracelet. What do we have here? We have the crime scene. So, we have Elizabeth in the lounge. Let's go back to the lounge and see what is here. We have 2 connections to make. So we have a large selection of pastries, untouched. We have the poker stand, Wet parcel. Okay. She was dawdling. Angeline's bedroom, abandoned poster. Okay. Wine bottle, poker stand, personalised neckerchief. There's two links here, but I don't think I've got enough information. Crime scene. Okay, we have a personalised handkerchief and a clean right. Maybe we could link those two together.
What a revelation!
Oh! Perhaps the handkerchief was used to clean up what the rag did not. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we need to talk to Elizabeth. There's also where Angeline's bedroom. Nothing was also taken. It was dawdling. Abandoned poker. Oh, abandoned poker and the poker stand. Let's link those two.
Some would say
It's a little small. It's a bit hard for me to see.
Moment of genius.
It seems Angeline may have been the last one to use this. Okay, so we have one other. We have a note from Luke, collection slip, final demand. And the telephone's been cut off. Does it say anywhere here that the telephone's been cut off? Okay, what's this one? Garden. Okay. Oh, okay. Open stuff out. So lounge door. Cassandra confirms first. We had a little look. Where is selling heirloom collection? Telephone. There we go. Final demand. The telephone's been cut off.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
I'm not surprised the telephone does not work. One cannot just ignore financial responsibilities. Okay. So we have ignoring financial responsibilities. Oh, she's selling her heirlooms, isn't she? So. Oh, there's a web.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
The family must be in far worse position than I thought. I wonder if such desperation led to desperate action. I think somebody's trying to hide the bracelet. Madame is selling a great deal of her collection. Perhaps there's more to this than just redecorating. Cassandra is desperate for money. Oh, the valuables are insured. Hang on, let's... What is that? A link?
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
It cannot be a coincidence that that what is not being sold has been recently insured. Okay. Who do we need to speak to? Cassandra? To Cassandra? Okay. Let's go. Is there anything we need to link here before we go? So there's something we need to link here before we go. Let's have a look. What we've got. Theft fits the insurance scam. Accused Florette. Florette has been crying. I wonder if... Ooh.
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look at the evidence in front of me.
I think I missed something. I need to... I think... I'm going to speak to everybody again, I think.
Anything to show you I didn't do it. And Madame, I need this job, monsieur.
Okay, nothing.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Okay, let's go speak to Elizabeth and Angeline. And then we'll speak to Cassandra last. Because I think there's a bit of a conspiracy going on here. I think this poor girl's been caught in the middle of it. But I'm not sure whether it's an insurance thing or whether it's to hide the bracelet.
Certainly, officer.
Did you notice anything else missing when you returned? You don't by chance happen to be missing an initialed handkerchief? Does Madame van Bosch have a habit of making such quick assumptions? Let's go with the first one.
Now I think of it, I don't recall seeing her memento tin.
Memento tin? Could this have been what usually resides on the desk in Mademoiselle's
She
bedroom?
holds her keepsakes from her father and other gifts or tokens in it. She has such a wonderful collection. She's very lucky. She normally keeps it close, but I didn't see it this morning.
I think it's up the chimney, maybe.
Why, yes, officer. I misplaced it after wiping a stain from Mademoiselle Angelieve's sleeve at breakfast. You are a great detective.
It's in the lounge, my love.
You are not the first to say. Had she not noticed it herself, I imagine Madame would not allow even the smallest imperfection.
It baffles me how she couldn't have. It was only luck that I spotted it before Madame, and a good thing I did.
Does Madame van Bosch have a habit of making such quick assumptions?
Madame is under a great deal of strain. It can't have been easy for her to lose her husband, raising Mademoiselle alone. She can be quick to anger.
And this morning, it sounds as though it was such an occasion.
It's not the first time I have had to stand and watch such treatment. I hate to see it. As I said, Madame hasn't had the easiest time.
You said it was not the first time Madame van Bosch has lost her temper with Fleurette.
Madame's scolding of Fleurette this morning was the worst I have seen her temper. I wish you could see that Fleurette is just trying to do her best.
Could there have been another reason for such a reaction?
Madame was not happy Fleurette was late. All through breakfast, Madame was watching her with a piercing eye. But she's still learning the way.
Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Is Fleurette new
Your
then?
assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. I'm going to go and speak to Angeline, and then we're going to speak to Claudette. Well, we'll speak to Angeline, then we'll do our man's map, and then speak to Claudette, because there is a conspiracy going on in this house. I think this poor young maid has got caught in the middle of it, but I'm not sure whether it's someone trying to avoid. Let's see if there's anything relevant in the mind map. That is a nice outfit she's got on. Let's have a look. What do we have here? Angeline removed a soot stain. Maybe to the cleaning rag?
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Okay. Let's have another look and see if there's any, like... anything here.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just going to speak to her. Hello.
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
Quiet you. Would you say that Maman is happy with young Fleurette's work?
Maman is never happy with anything these days. Also, Fleurette does have a habit of not doing things exactly how Maman wants them done.
And how does she react when she sees Fleurette not doing things the correct way?
Maman has the temperament of a kicked cat. Fleurette has often been on the wrong side of it.
Oh, poor Fleurette.
That is how she responded today?
She was shouting at her, and when Fleurette would not admit she took the bracelet, Maman really lost her temper. I have not seen her that angry before.
Okay.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Okay. I feel like I'm missing a clue. I'm missing something here. I'm definitely missing something. Right, so... Cassandra watched Flirt after she was returned. Cassandra previously... Right, so Cassandra's previously mistreated Fleurette. There we go. Let's link those. She's aggressive and previously...
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
All signs are pointing to Flirt being treated rather harshly by Madame. Would Madame escalate such a mistreatment? Potentially. Flirt is mistreated by Madame. Right. Flirt was dawdling. Dress label. Oh, hang on. Collection slip. Oh, there we go. I had to think about things then. Seems someone collected this by hand. Who? I would say Fleurette, because that she wasn't dawdling, she was collecting the parcel. Click.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Elizabeth must have requested Fleurette's assistance this morning, causing her to run late. I doubt Madame was happy about this. Okay. Talk to... Who am I talking to? Talk to Elizabeth and Fleurette. Okay. I feel like I'm getting pretty close. I feel like I missed a clue somewhere though. I do feel like I missed something. I feel like there's some kind of conspiracy going on. I think that the daughter is hiding certain pieces because she knows that her mum is committing insurance fraud. I'll speak to you in a minute. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And it's easy to blame Fleurette because... Did I miss something there? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Hello.
Anything to show you I didn't do it. And Madame, I need this job, monsieur.
I think you might need to look somewhere else. Was it you who collected the parcel this morning while in town?
Yes. Another thing on my to-do list. I'm afraid it's not in the same condition as when I picked it up.
At whose request?
It was a favor for Lizzie. I didn't mind having to get it.
Okay.
Merci.
Let's go and
I shall
speak to
take
Elizabeth.
everything you have told me into consideration.
So I think that the daughter has hidden something up the chimney. Which chimney, I don't know, because that's how she got soot on her sleeve. I think she hid her memento box. But I don't know how to activate that to have a look.
Certainly, officer.
Can you tell me about the package in the lounge?
The lounge? A package?
Oui, it is quite hard to miss.
Oh, how silly of me. I must have had my head in the clouds this morning. I'm sorry, I can't help you further.
Besides the obvious, was there anything unusual about this morning?
Besides the terrible rain? No. I woke, began my duties with Mademoiselle. I had already laid out a clean dress. I helped her into it, and prepared her for the day before getting started on tidying her room as neat as a pin.
Okay.
And the bracelet was still there when you left the room for breakfast.
I'm sure of it. I had it down before Mademoiselle Angeline.
Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. New mind map. Elizabeth's secret. Mademoiselle Elizabeth has been reluctant to acknowledge the parcel that caused young Fleurette to be so late. Could there be something behind her avoidance of the subject? Is there a reason? I must establish what it is. Okay. Let me just... There we go. Just change my magnifier a little bit. Formal suit, neutral... maybe?
I must
No.
act on
Good,
thought
Jimmy.
and fact, not on impulse.
Oh, hang on. Note from Luke. Carving on bench.
What a revelation!
Luke and Elizabeth sitting in a tree. Carving acts as a subtle and private reminder for them both. I got it straight away. Declaration of love has been carved into the bench. Elizabeth and Luke. Oh, I wonder if that's the ring, maybe.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Oh, they wish to be married. Perhaps the relationship is more serious than I first deduced. I wonder what Madame would say. And then... formal suit and they're getting married.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of
I find the thought of such a plan cloaked in secrecy rather romantic, but their secrecy continues to perturb me. Mademoiselle Elizabeth was planning to elope with her beloved Luke, but why would she hide such a joyous occasion? I recall her saying Madame van der Bosch does not look fondly on staff relationships, but I cannot help but think there is something else. Yeah. See, I got that straight away. You cannot hide from me, madame. You seemed rather excited earlier at the mention of Romeo and Juliet.
I may not enjoy his other works, but how can one not be blown away by a story of two so deeply in love that they will risk everything just to be together?
Especially being able to draw similarities between Verona's star-crossed lovers to yourself and your dearest.
But I hadn't told.
I worked out I'm a detective.
Mademoiselle, I am an officer of the law. It is my duty to uncover the truth.
Please, you cannot say anything to Madame.
This is an unhappy house.
Staff relationships of any kind. In her eyes, a relationship between staff is nothing more than a distraction.
But he means so much.
Pay you
more
to work, not have a life. How dare you?
Oh, officer, I have found my soulmate.
Maybe she didn't love her husband. Or maybe she fell out of love with her husband and now she's bitter about love.
At first, it was nothing more than pleasantries around the grounds. But that quickly changed. I know it's not proper for a young lady to pursue a gentleman. But once I knew his feelings reciprocated my own, why shouldn't I have followed my heart?
Love transcends professional and societal rules.
The mere thought of him was enough to make me blush. But I knew that Madame would never give her blessing. If we wanted to continue, we would have to do so in secret.
Well, it wasn't a very good secret because I worked it out in like 5 minutes flat.
The summer evenings here are just so beautiful. I often find myself walking around the grounds after my daily duties are complete. And it was one such evening that Luke was waiting for me at the gazebo. He looked ever so handsome.
Oh.
And the poem he had prepared. He had barely started reading and I was already a blubbering mess.
Oh.
Standing there beneath the warm glow of the falling sun, he asked for my hand, and I gave him my heart with no hesitation. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I've been chattering on for so long.
I don't know, I think this is connected.
Than to listen to me rambling aimlessly.
One should never apologize for such a charming and bewitching story of love. But you are correct. While the culprit still eludes us, my work is not yet complete.
The love Mademoiselle Elizabeth and Luke share is obvious, and yet she remains respectful of Madame's ruling, no matter the ridiculous nature of it. I cannot see her defying her code and stealing the bracelet. The investigation continues.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Okay.
Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. Let us go in. I still feel like I missed something. That is... Yeah, I've definitely missed something because, like... So there's one here that I've missed. Actually removed a suspect. Elizabeth... What's this one? According to Elizabeth, she died early. Okay, Elizabeth's morning. Oh, Fallen Sot. Sudsten?
Magnifique.
There we go. She must have used the cleaning rag to reach into the chimney, keeping her hands soot free. Okay, let's speak to Elizabeth. What do I need to do here? We have one connection that we need to make here. Okay, maybe those two together?
Rachell.
No.
We
Okay.
must think logically.
Let me think. So she ran an errand, so she was late. Wonder if... There we go.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
As she was constantly busy and under the watchful eye of Madame, Fleurette lacked an opportunity to take the bracelet. Why would Madame... Because she was annoyed at her, maybe? She was just a... She was just she didn't like her. You know what I mean? She's a scapegoat, maybe. So Fleurette had no opportunity. What would we link that to? Oh. Theft fits Cassandra's insurance scam. There we go.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Would Madame seize the opportunity and attempt to improve and continue to hide her financial woes? I don't think she has. As she was constantly busy and under the watchful... Yeah. What have we got here? Fleurette was a scapegoat. Fleurette is mistreated. Yeah. She doesn't like her, so she's like, I don't
What
care.
a revelation.
Her incarceration appears to be the latest in a series of abuses by Madame. Right. I have no doubt in young Fleurette's innocence. What I do doubt is the behaviour of Madame van der Bosch. If what I have heard is true, her treatment towards Fleurette is disgraceful. Oh, okay, so we've completed that objective. Right. Let's go... Do I need to speak to Fleurette? I think I do need to speak to Angeline.
Anything to show you I didn't do it. And Madame, I need this job, monsieur.
Okay. This is not the first time Madame van der Bosch has taken her anger out on you, is it?
She never used to be such a witch. When the Viscount was alive, she was much nicer. He was the head of the house, he gave the orders, and he treated us right.
Okay.
I would have gone long ago, monsieur. But my family can't afford for me to be picky about my employment.
Oh, that's sad. Okay.
I was not aware you were supporting your family, and at such a young age.
Papa lost his job at the factory just before he left for good, so Mama had to work even more. I was old enough, so I went to work.
Oh.
When I joined the Van den Bosch house, the Viscount was very kind. I didn't think he would care, but he wanted to help. He gave me some extra in my first pay pack, enough to keep the landlord from kicking Mama out at least. No one had ever been that nice before. I didn't know what to say, but all he wanted me to do was work hard for her. He even let me to go home and visit Mama and my brothers at Christmas with a food
You
parcel
seem
from
very
the kitchen.
generous.
Mama said she had never seen so much food. It's always been hard for her. Even before he left for good, Papa wasn't around much, and even when he was, we both wished he wasn't. My brothers were too young to remember what he was like, I hope. When I walked in Mama's house, everything seemed so much smaller. I must have got too used to the size of this house. I swear, you could fit our house in just this lounge. We didn't have much, but we didn't want for much. It was simple and it was home.
The valuables in the house do not determine the love it shares.
Someone should tell Madame that. Not that she'd listen anyways.
I will uncover the truth of what happened today, mademoiselle. That, I promise you.
The Viscount's kind nature shines through again. His treatment of the staff is quite contrast from that of the Madame's. From the way this young mademoiselle speaks of her family, I cannot believe she would risk her employment in the house and put them even worse. But I don't. I
Yes.
think she's a
I
scapegoat.
shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Okay. Let's go speak to Cassandra. Madame.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and...
Am I? Am I? Questions? Ooh. Let's do it.
If you have something to ask, officer, I suggest you stop wasting my time further and just get on with it.
I have already seen and heard how hot-tempered Madame van der Bosch can be. I should approach this with some sensitivity. Understanding? My apologies, Madame. I merely... Ooh. I'm merely thinking about what Florette has done for your family. Pardon, I'm just considering all avenues. There is much for me to contemplate. She doesn't like Florette, so I don't think I'm going to mention her. Damn it.
Told you everything you need to know. What else is there for you to contemplate?
Complimentary, I'm grateful for your vigilance. It's time for the proper authority to decide her fate. I'm pathetic. I can understand your anger. Her actions broke your trust and have affected you all. Her punishment should be decided according to law, not by the lady of the house. Let's try empathetic.
I am glad you have finally come to your senses and have seen her guilt.
But she isn't. Inquisitive? Since the death of your husband, have you struggled to keep the house in the position it was? It must be difficult raising... Let's try sympathetic. It must be difficult raising Mademoiselle Angeline and running the house alone.
It is challenging at times, I will admit.
Damn it.
But I can assure you the Van den Bosch name is as strong and prevalent as it has always been.
I doubt it.
Officer, you have wasted enough of my time.
Okay.
My intention was not to anger you, madame. I was merely commenting on an observation.
If you have something to ask, officer, I suggest you stop wasting my time further and just get on with it.
I've already seen and heard how hot-tempered Madame van der Bosch can be. I should approach with some sensitivity. Let's start understanding. My apologies, Madame. I was merely thinking about what Florette has done for your family.
And this is how she repays me? I will not be happy until I see her sufficiently punished.
Okay, let's try empathetic. I could understand your anger. Her actions broke your trust and how it affected you all.
I am glad you have finally come to your senses and have seen her guilt.
Okay. Sympathetic?
It is challenging. at
Oh my
times,
goodness.
I will admit. But I can assure you the Van den Bosch name is as strong and prevalent as it has always been. I have tried my best to provide for Angeline, although sometimes she may not see it that way. She is not to know about what we have discussed. It is my burden to carry.
You are accepting the hand you have been dealt and raising a fine young mademoiselle. That is all that can be asked of you.
And you have done nothing but bother my staff and my family. I cannot stand here any longer and listen to this second-rate officer speaking such drivel.
You're doing insurance fraud, Madame? Madame van der Bosch offers me the smallest slither of emotion, showing now how she cares for her daughter before she makes haste for the door. Is it out of embarrassment, or perhaps there is something she's still trying to... Insurance fraud. I think it is perhaps time I continue my investigation elsewhere. Congratulations, you broke down Cassandra's defences and obtained new evidence in this case. It seems like you really hit a nerve with Cassandra. So, that's good. Let's go upstairs. I want to find out if Angeline, what she hid up the I wonder if Mademoiselle Angeline noticed Madame's abrupt departure. Hello? Oh, you're facing the other way now. Hello.
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
Oh.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Hmm.
Huh.
I suppose this one such occasion when I must literally get my hands dirty. And here is the bracelet. It was carefully concealed in a rectangular metal tin. There we go. There was no frigging crime. She was hiding it from her mother. Bracelet. 8. Oh, everything is so small. How do I make this bigger? There we go. I've inspected it. There is a link here. What do we need to make a link? Okay. Someone forced the window. Angeline. Okay. Let's see if I can link that to this.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Okay. To stage a burglary and let it go so far is totally unacceptable. I cannot believe I allowed Mademoiselle Angeline to deceive me for so long, hiding the bracelet inside the chimney and staging a burglary, all part of a calculated and devious plan. I should bring this investigation to an end. Enough of my time has already been wasted, but I will not be satisfied until I know why. Okay. Let's go. Speak to Angeline. Hello.
The longer you're here, the
I
further
have
the criminal
found
goes with my
the
bracelet.
burglary.
But by all means, fire away.
Oh, okay.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do
Maybe I need to
everything
speak to
can
somebody
find-
else. Let's go and speak to Elizabeth. Let's go. It's all a load of nonsense. We need to like pour Florette out. There you go. Boop.
Certainly, officer.
I am ready to address the house. I believe it is time the truth behind the missing bracelet was
You found
revealed.
the culprit and the bracelet.
Bien sûr.
Everything will be revealed in good time. Would you be so kind as to gather everyone in the lounge?
Of course.
Okay.
Merci, Mademoiselle Elizabeth, for gathering everyone. Will Madame Van den Bosch be joining us shortly?
She stormed past me not long ago, and I've not seen her return.
Okay.
Very well. Under usual circumstances, I would wait. But I think we have spent enough time on this matter, n'est-ce pas? We shall have to proceed without her. This morning started like any other. My usual ordinary patrol. Until I was approached by Mademoiselle Elizabeth about a suspected burglary and a missing bracelet.
A crime I've been falsely blamed for.
Yes, you have, because there was no crime.
That I shall come to. I began my investigation outside, but it was not long before I realized there were no signs of an intruder. So I turned my focus to those in the house. You, Florette, your time here at the house has not always been the easiest for you, shall we say?
I do what Madame tells me.
And to the highest standard, I presume.
To much abuse.
Madame's standards are very high. I do my best.
And you would at least expect fair treatment for the work, not to be spoken to in such a cruel and vicious way.
Monsieur?
I refer to how poorly Madame Van den Bosch treats you. You are at her beck and call, and she does nothing but belittle you.
She just doesn't like you, love.
That is Maman you're talking about. Just wait until...
It is nothing but the truth I speak, mademoiselle.
Yeah, shut up.
All the while, Mademoiselle stands by and does not even notice such cruelty. That must have angered you. Perhaps you thought it was time they deserved some retribution.
What?
Stop trying to put words in her mouth.
Ooh.
I am merely giving her a voice, one that has been silenced for so long.
Maybe I do think she deserves it. She's had the world handed to her on a plate, and the likes of me get nothing.
A motive begins to rear its head.
You're just trying to get me to admit to something. Well, I've done nothing.
Allow me to finish. I am sure you will want to hear what follows.
I do.
Let us return to this morning.
You were tasked with fetching breakfast from the town for the house. As well as fetching breakfast for the house, you took another task.
I was only trying to help.
As any friend would. Even knowing your late return would anger Madame Vandenbosch further. But in the matter of the missing bracelet, it gave you a rather solid alibi.
I told you I didn't do it!
There is no feasible way that you could have made it into Mademoiselle Angeline's room while she was present with Mademoiselle Elizabeth, removed the bracelet, and still completed your duties.
Dun dun dun.
Which takes us to Mademoiselle Elizabeth. Mademoiselle Elizabeth, you have been with the Vandenbosch family for quite some time now, correct?
That is correct.
You have grown close with both ladies of the house and your fellow members of the house staff, would you say?
Of course. And I certainly hope they feel the same.
And yet there are still secrets that are kept from them, but there are still certain private matters they are not aware of.
Officer, please.
Elizabeth, what is he talking about?
I am referring to the lengths Mademoiselle Elizabeth has gone to remain in your maman's employment.
It is Madame's house. She can enforce whatever rules she chooses.
Even if they are going against the very nature and cornerstone of man, to love.
I still do not understand.
She's not the smartest, is she?
Perhaps
Either
is
that
best
or
for
she just
everyone.
doesn't pay
It
attention.
is neither my place nor my want to make this situation any more awkward than it needs to be.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Besides, it was not that story that cleared Mademoiselle Elizabeth's name. Rather, Florette's.
Florette's? But she was not here for most of the morning.
But when she was, more precisely while preparing the table in the lounge, she noted that, against regularity, you arrived alone for breakfast, without Mademoiselle Angeline by your side.
Dun dun dun.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
It means that I found myself with two suspects with potential motives.
The ladies of the house.
But with a lack of opportunity, I was left with only one. Mademoiselle Angeline.
You can't believe I would hide my own bracelet.
I found it. It is the only explanation that remains, but perhaps Florette will be more satisfied hearing the truth from you. I think it is time for the truth to be told. This masquerade has gone on long enough. Let's split the difference.
The whole truth. Perhaps then we can all understand why you felt your actions were necessary.
I have nothing to say.
You would rather allow a faithful member of your staff to take the blame for your juvenile and adolescent actions. You acted out of fear. It is nothing we have not all done before. I'm surprised at your lack of compassion. I see the apple does not fall far from the tree. Oh, let's
How
go right
dare
in
you
there.
speak to me like that? You have no idea what you're talking about.
I know that losing a father at such a young age must be horrific and terrifying. Perhaps I don't, but your maman does. She is someone you could confide in.
She had no right. It's all I have left of him.
There we
I
go.
had to do something.
She's hid it from her mother, so her mother doesn't pawn it or use it in insurance fraud.
So, you sent Mademoiselle Elizabeth down to breakfast alone, allowing you to be alone to hide it.
It's not like I planned it. I didn't think anyone would look in the chimney.
What I still do not understand is where you thought this would end. What did you think would happen once Madame knew of its disappearance?
I don't know. I just couldn't let her auction it off, just like everything else.
But you could stand by while Florette took the blame.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for her to get into trouble. How was I to know the police would be called?
Of course they're going to be called.
When something appears to have been stolen, it is not uncommon to call on them. Even with my arrival, you still said and did nothing. It is your actions that have brought us to this point. You did not think of the consequences. And now, you must face them head on.
Dun dun
Mama,
dun.
you're home.
Of course I am. And I brought someone that will bring some order to this chaos.
Major Felix Hagen. He may hold the rank of Major in the British Army, but I question his authority here at all. He's got none. In police matters, I am the authority. This is my investigation. I will not have Madame dictating the results any longer.
Major, I can assure you, I have this situation under control.
From what I have heard, you are far from it.
The missing bracelet has been found, and the guilty party has been identified.
I am well aware that the maidservant was behind it all. And yet,
That is not what I
see her
said, sir.
standing as free and innocent as you and me.
Because she is, sir.
I am sure Madame van den Bosch has informed you of her suspicions, but I'm afraid it was merely speculation.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Well, yeah.
After conducting a full investigation, the evidence and facts led me to deduce
Mademoiselle Florette could not have taken it as she was in town most of the morning, including the time the bracelet was taken. Mademoiselle Angeline hid the bracelet. She had her reasons, and let's do
I
that.
certainly hope you are not accusing my daughter of...
I'm sorry, Maman. He's right. Florette is innocent. I just wanted to show you.
Shh, girl. I will not have you guilted into taking the blame for that sticky-fingered girl.
Madame Van den Bosch refuses to acknowledge even a fraction of what will really take place. I shall not let this continue any longer. Madame Van den Bosch, perhaps it would benefit you to hear Mademoiselle Angeline's. Any guilt your daughter feels should be only from her actions today.
Perhaps it would benefit you to remember you are nothing more than a simple officer of the law.
Officer
What?
Poirot. A word. Madame van den Bosch was forced to make her way to inform me, alone, I might add, of the goings-on at the house today.
You white-knighted over here.
Major, with all due respect, she was impeding the investigation.
This may be how some officers act in the city, but here we show respect.
I am being respected. I haven't called her a...
You are an officer of the law and should act as such.
I am.
Insubordination like this will not be tolerated.
You're not my boss.
As the ranking officer, I have conducted my investigation and...
Ranking officer? Ha! You are an auxiliary officer. You have little authority over anyone, let alone a major.
You're army and
You
I'm
would be wise
police.
to
I am a
remember
civilian.
who is close friends with your commanding officer.
I don't give a stuff.
After what I have heard of your past in the city, I'm sure he would look upon today's events as another failure at the hands of Officer Poirot.
Actually, I found the culprit. As absurd as this has become, I must select my battles more tactfully. I can only hope the captain at the station will see things with some sense.
Oui, Major.
Now I suggest you do your duty and escort the maidservant to the station where she can be formally charged and a sufficient punishment handed out.
Right away.
Oh, so unsatisfying.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle. This is not the outcome I expected.
Maman was right. We'll always pay the price for the upper class's actions.
Yeah.
We will do everything we can to clear your name.
What can you do now? Madame said I'm guilty of a crime and I'll be punished. That's that.
A crime that was never committed. Once the truth is explained, this wrong shall be set right.
I hope so.
Angeline did not intend for you to be arrested. Surely you know her better than that.
I should have known better than to expect anything else. Justice and fairness don't reach the likes of me.
Well, yeah, that's very true. This young lady has already faced so much mistreatment at the hands of Madame van der Bosch. I shall not allow her punishment to continue.
What you saw today was not justice. In the eyes of the law, you are innocent and have been harshly treated and wrongly accused. No one will be going to jail.
But that doesn't help my employment, does it?
That I cannot save. But your freedom, I shall make sure of that.
Why would you want to work for that woman afterwards anyway? I feel like an imposter dressed in police clothing. I was brought here today as a representative of the law, and any shred of authority I had was dashed at the hands of the major. Fucking army guys, man. He had no authority, I was the authority. I refuse to allow justice to waver and for it to become nothing more than a hand for those that wish to play it as and when they choose. Fucking upper classes, man. This is not the first time I have seen the law bent to fit one's purpose, but it will certainly be the last time I fail to stop it. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Okay, I'm going to call it there with our prologue. Didn't go as well as I hoped, but that's what happens. Aristocracy. Bastards. Sometimes, you know, it's easy to blame the maidservant rather than the young lady, which is not the best. And I imagine that is probably the reason that all this other stuff is happening. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, thank you very much for joining me. I will be back in 2 weeks with some more Murder Mystery Monday. We'll be doing chapter 1, finding out all about this blackmail and what have you. If you would like to hang out with me some more, there's an end card coming up with a link back into my channel. There are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of games over there, including previous Murder Mystery Monday series, and I've been playing some Rain World and various other things. I have some more projects in the mix, so if you would like to see those, head over there, watch some videos, maybe subscribe. You know how it be. But thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I shall see you very soon. Bye bye.